Another hard-hit country is Spain, and it is also on Nostradamus' watch list. As of March 23, 2020, the disease has claimed 2,182 lives, with confirmed cases climbing to 33,089. The rising death toll has placed a strain on hospitals and funeral homes around Madrid and led regional health authorities to set up a makeshift morgue at the Palacio de Hielo, a large ice rink in the northeast of the capital. Authorities in Madrid, where almost a third of the country's cases have been reported, have set up a huge field hospital inside the capital's main conference center. The facility at the IFEMA Centre, which took in its first patients over the weekend, could accommodate 5,500 people. Before the USA's rapid climb in confirmed cases, Spain was the third hardest hit country. With 50 million in population, it is Europe's sixth largest country by population and GDP. But no country can handle the kind of sudden surge in medical needs and wave of death. When the outbreak happened in China, the communist government ordered full support from less infected provinces to save Wuhan. The military doctors and nurses flooded in the hard-hit area, and 2,000-bed hospitals were built in a week. Even with that, it took them 2 months to turn things around. So, when can Spain turn things around? Nostradamus mentioned this in his prediction. We find in Century 5, Quatrain 49, quote, "Not from Spain, but from ancient France will one be elected for the trembling bark. To the enemy will a promise be made, he who will cause a cruel plague in his realm." When I first read this quatrain, I thought it revealed a leader who made the situation worse. And I thought it was either President Trump, since his name Trump is an ancient name of trumpet, which appeared again and again in Nostradamus' prophecy. Or it could be Canada's Prime Minister, who is Scottish French, and his wife is now infected with the virus. And Justin Trudeau's refusal to get tested set a horrible example to the world. But then I looked again. I saw something else. This new thought comes from the second line, trembling bark. I recall learning about the drug for malaria is from the bark of some tree. So I searched and found quinine was first isolated in 1820 from the bark of a cinchona tree. Bark extracts have been used to treat malaria since 1632 and is on the World Health Organization's list of essential medicines. So maybe this is another hint on a cure. But it is not from Spain, but from France. Could it mean the virus did not originate from Spain, but has spread from France? But Spain's patient zero was an Englishman who attended an international meeting in Singapore in January 2020. You probably heard the news, too. This Englishman then spread the virus all over Europe. But this Chinese man went through multiple tests but did not have any virus in his system. Could Spain's patient zero have gotten it from some old town in France? Or could this be about how quinine became the savior for malaria patients? Quinine was found in Peru by Spanish Jesuits around 1570. But in 1737, Charles Marie de la Condamine found effective treatment using quinine and helped many malaria patients. So could this be the reason Nostradamus considered giving quinine credit to Old French instead of the Spanish? So the first medicine of choice would be quinine, a promising drug to fight the enemy, coronavirus. But line 4 stated, "He who will cause a cruel plague in his realm." Does that mean the rushing to use this drug could cause even more suffering? This quatrain talked about plague and mentioned Spain. But unlike the other places mentioned, it is not a direct quote. I searched again and found another interesting quatrain. In Century 1, quatrain 73, quote, "France shall be accused of neglect by her 5 partners. Tunis, Algiers, stirred up by the Persians. Leon, Seville, and Barcelona, having failed, they will not have the fleet because of the Venetians." Look at this quatrain. It talks about the Venetians in Italy, the epic center of the current plague. Barcelona, which is in Spain, the country with the 3rd highest fatality rate. Leon and Seville are in France, which rank number 5 in the death toll, right after Iran, which was also mentioned in this quatrain. In my other book, focusing on quatrains with the word plague, Nostradamus on the virus outbreak, I talked about the 5 partners could be the 5 countries with United Nations veto power. I said this could be warnings on where the virus would spread to Africa and how merchant marine would be affected. It is hard to tell what exactly Nostradamus meant, but one thing is for sure. France, Spain, Iran, and Italy are for sure to fail. While searching for the statistics in Spain, I saw a very sad article. It hit me especially hard because when I asked my family, what would they do if I get sick, I was told that I would have to bunker somewhere else, unless I'm willing to put the whole family at risk. That day I bought 2 camping tents, as I plan to shelter myself and another family member in case we get sick. I am prepared, even in the worst case scenario, but this news still hit me hard. I did not shed any tears when I heard that Madrid turned a skating ice rink to a mortuary, because I know it is necessary. Likewise, I did not cry when I heard Spain was building a field hospital to accommodate 5,500 patients, because it is better than seeing a patient lying on hospital floors. But I cried when I heard police found abandoned elderly people dying in their retirement home beds. I cried not only for the patients who die, but also for the ones who abandon them. What do you do when you are ordered not to go out? Will you defy the order to care for the elderly? What if you want to come and do your job, but there's no medicine, no food, no water, and you are most likely infected? Call for help? But the system is already overloaded and no one can help you. So you will have to carry the burden of abandoning someone under your care. I don't mean to scare you with these, but I have to share with you the truth. The truth either you did not see or you did not want to see. We are here because we have a mission to save our world. You can do that from saving yourself, by staying home and by not spreading rumors. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.